We are the stories we tell. We are the stories we hear. I knew this girl. Her name was Tasha. And when she was in the 8th grade, she sketched out her dreams like an architect draws up plans for his perfect home. She hung them on her wall to admire, as if they were crafted by Frank Lloyd Wright himself. But instead of a house sitting over a waterfall, hers was a self-portrait of her future, shooting basketball from 5 feet beyond the arc in an orange and white Volunteers jersey, hitting the game-winning shot, leading her team to their 4th straight national championship. That picture slowly became reality. Early mornings spent in lonely gyms, lunch breaks lifting extra weights, late nights running with the boys at open gyms. The game consumed her like lungs breathe air. A junior in high school and the work was paying off. Letters filled her mailbox like fall leaves filled the yard. She was too busy making buckets to rake. Coaches called with offers that promised her the best 4 years of her life. Signing day came, and she chose Tennessee as her next home. Her dreams were actualizing. The summer after her senior year, she joined a tour, the trip of a lifetime. Just 7 days in 7 countries. 7 games in 7 countries in just 14 days. If she played well, she might even set up some contacts to play professionally after her college career closes out. Tasha had grown up playing for a ball club that prayed before each game, but to her it was nothing more than a moment for her team to collectively focus on the game ahead, a ritual to get in the zone. On this trip, though, everything she thought about the faith of her coaches and a couple of oddball teammates was flipped upside down on its head when she heard the truth of what Jesus was all about. More to life than ball? More to ball than ball? The story continues, and Tasha enters Tennessee with a whole lot of questions about this newfound faith and the implications it has for her life inside and outside of her sports career. This fictional story was crafted to give a voice to the shared consciousness of the experiences of athletes I have interviewed during my pilot study. The stories I'm proposing to write present the data in an unconventional in the academic sense, but effective way that communicates the experiences of the elite athletes and the deeply involved participants of the elite athlete culture in ways that other traditional interpretive styles cannot. Fiction allows for writing in a more evocative way, employing devices like flashbacks, alternative points of view, and dialogue to open up certain dimensions of the athlete's experiences. With fiction, the reader is enabled to see that the interpretation is never finished, just as identities are ever flexing. Athletes are frequently faced with questions of how to or whether they can integrate the multiple distinct pieces of our identities. This research explores the relationship between identity, faith, and athletics through narrative analysis of the short life histories of elite-level athletes and the individuals who are deeply involved in their culture that I will collect through formal semi-structured interviews. This research will be relevant to elite-level athletes competing at lower levels, to sports psychologists and coaches who need wisdom to address the issues that arise in intersections between faith and popular athlete identities. Out of the pool of our class has to share amongst our research projects, I'm asking for a total of $120, $40 of which will pay for a digital voice recorder, and $80 of which will pay for Dragon, a voice-to-text software for PCs. Thank you.